Hello, stream. Surprise Friday night shiny hunting stream. We're just gonna continue where we've left off on things, and we're gonna get ourselves a rock sandwich and just start looking for stuff. I don't have the cash for it. Gosh. I need to start fighting things. I need to start fighting things real bad. So I did a little bit of resetting when I turned on the game, just to see if I could get some outbreaks. We found one that is promising for later, but unfortunately for right now, it's actually not super useful for us. Oh, it's raining everywhere. Is that gonna affect? That shouldn't affect rocks spawning. Alright, but we are back at it. We are looking for blue crab. We are looking for rock with orange bit instead of like white. And that's mainly it. Though, if we get a shiny Shinx, I won't be upset because it's useful to have an electric type. But we'll see. Yeah, this might be a weird stream because I decided kind of out of nowhere that I was going to stream. Because I was just like, I was vibing, watching somebody else's stream, doing some hunting in other games, and then I was just like, man, I want to. Ah, you cannot raid me, but you did send people. Thank you, Anpu. At least, hopefully. We'll see we'll see what happens. Yes, yeah, I understand. I started streaming literally out of nowhere. It was just like, it is what it is. My text box is lower. There we go. There we go. Good Squid. Thank you for showing up as well. Yeah, no, I was watching your stream, and you were like, and I saw you were like, oh, you know, I'm gonna get Vulpix and then move on, or then be done. And I was like, oh, you know, if he's just gonna get Vulpix and be done, I might stream, because I don't know if Akane's going to, because she went to Canadian Wonderland or whatever, and like, I couldn't imagine streaming after going to what is essentially Disneyland, Canadian Disneyland. And so I was like, well, you know what? I'll swoop in. I had the itch. I had the itch to get on a stream. So yeah, we are. Do you return the itch? Oh, that's a disease. That's a problem. If we're swapping itches back and forth. Wait, so when you said you went and got food, you didn't get food? Okay, whatever, man. He lied to his stream. But I have a good lurk for a bit. Yeah, apparently you lied, like a liar. Oh, whoops. It's okay. You didn't miss anything during the ads other than me getting jumped. Okay, good. The rain is gone. Fantastic. Grab. Good. Free of ads for the next half an hour or so. However long I said it. Yar, I'd be free of the ads. Yar. Because if Yar were a pirate, you wouldn't be getting ads. I don't know what I'm doing either. Oh, yeah, that'll do it to you. My God, yesterday was so bad for me. Because, you know, Wednesday night, we did that peak stream, you know, that went late. Obviously, you were there, Squid. I got, like, essentially less than 5 hours of sleep and had to go to work in the morning and just, like, was actually passing out at my desk. I was just falling asleep at my desk. It was not good. And then I was getting a thing where I don't know if you've had this, where like the only thing is that you're tired. Like it's the only thing that's happened is that you're tired. Yeah, I had to drag myself out of bed. But like the only thing is where you're tired, but in the process of like forcing yourself to be awake, you like you become nauseous. So like by the time my workday was over, I felt like physically nauseous. Just because I was forcing myself to stay awake for so long. Or just like to be awake and aware of everything that's happening at work. But then I got a decent night's sleep last night. Decent enough anyway. And you know, now I'm good, obviously. Did my short day of work today, got errands done in the afternoon, and, you know, overall was, I wouldn't say the most productive day, but it was decently productive enough. It's as productive and as well as I can ask for. Crab. Well, today, so I work in the morning, so I worked, my short day today, because I work slightly longer every other day, and then I work short Fridays, which is nice. Then went out, got a haircut, picked up my medicine, got an oil change for my car. Just, a lot of just things that I've been needing to do. And it's been good. And then came home, Spent some time with the spouse. Finally beat Donkey Kong Bonanza. I shouldn't say finally. I beat Donkey Kong Bonanza, like the main story of the game. Something I'll say, the game looks great. The game, majority of the time, runs really well. The final boss fight, the Switch 2 was chugging. It was chugging in the final boss fight. Like, so much was happening. It was, it was a bit rough. Like, I was dropping inputs, I think, because of how much things were happening. But no, I think Bonanza's a really good game. And when they eventually in a few years come out with the Switch 2 Pro or the Switch 2 OLED or whatever they want to, Super LED, then that final boss fight will work fine. There were only like, I mean, really over the course of the whole game, there were only like a couple of minor hiccups, like minor bits of slowdown. Like I didn't feel like I noticed that much. My spouse pointed out a few things that I didn't, but the final boss fight was not great. Maybe they really expected you to be destroying more things during the fight to make it so there's less things on screen to slow down the game, but yeah, no, the game is very fun. Like I will fully say the game is very, very, very fun. I don't know. The thing is, like, what's funny is I don't know if you would call the game a sandbox by the technical definition that people give to a video game sandbox game. But like, if I wanted to point at something and call it a sandbox, I would go for Donkey Kong Bonanza, because you can just kind of break everything and do whatever you want to anything. Yeah, I don't know fully if that was the intention. It was just more like one of those things where at some point so many things are going on. There were so many things on the boss fight that it just started to chug, but who knows. But yeah, no, Donkey Kong Bonanza is very good, very, very, very good game. You can very much tell that it's made by the people that made Mario Odyssey. And that's a good thing. I say that as a very good thing, because Mario Odyssey is great. Yeah, you know, people claiming it be Game of the Year. I would like to remind people that Expedition 33 still came out this year. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if this was... Honestly, I think even if this was made last year, like if this game came out last year, exactly as it is on, like, you know, running at the same quality it was last year, I think it might still have a run for its money with Astrobot. I don't know if Astrobot would win, but I think it would be a lot closer last year as far as like Game of the Year contention. I think it should be nominated. I think it should be, you know, praised and, you know, given accolades and stuff. I don't know if it's fully Game of the Year. The music is great in that game. Once again, though, Expedition 33 came out this year, and the music for that game also exists. Yeah. Have you played Expedition 33, Squid? Or are you talking specifically you haven't played Bonanza? Because, I mean, you mentioned that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's one of those things where if you... Yeah. I think it'd be hard to judge you know, it's hard to judge games overall on, yeah, yes to both. It's hard to judge, you know, some games overall when you look at, like, Game of the Year or, like, big awards and stuff when you haven't played them all. And, you know, that's fair because games are expensive and take a lot of time, and especially full RPGs have to do that. But in like, the bare minimum, looking at games that people have said to look at for Game of the Year, you know, between Donkey Kong Bonanza, Expedition 33, and Split Fiction, those are the ones I've played. It's easy Expedition 33, all the way. I've heard Death Stranding 2 is good, but, like, is also a Kojima game, so it's very divisive, and I think he specifically did things, like, changed things in the game to make it more divisive in terms of, like, not everybody's gonna like the game. Sounds like a Kojima thing. Yeah, no, Expedition 33, I have things that I would want them to change slightly. Some, you know, things here and there. I honestly can't remember them at the moment. It's one of those, like, as I'm playing, I remember, oh yeah, this thing was annoying, this thing was an issue, blah, 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 blah. But, like, just generally thinking back on it and thinking about, you know, everything about it, that game is, fantastic. Yeah, because I remember Death Stranding 2 focusing on combat feels weird. Because I remember I didn't play Death Stranding 1. I watched, because I mean, I really wasn't interested in playing that game because it didn't seem, I don't know. It is what it kind of showed, which is just a fetch quest simulator with more steps, maybe. But I watched Jacksepticeye play through it, and Death Stranding 1, and yeah, it seemed like combat was, like, last solution, like your last option, because, you know, at least when you're fighting random people, if you kill somebody, that's a game over, I think, based on the rules of the world. If I recall correctly, I could be wrong. And then, yeah, there was the boss fights, and the boss fights seemed to be more like puzzle bosses, but were also weird. I don't know. The boss fights, when I watched Jack play through it, it seemed the boss fight felt very out of place. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, it probably is just me. But you know, Kojima does Kojima things. I don't know if I've ever gotten really invested into any game that he's made. Granted, I haven't done too much. Yeah. The choosing to kill versus not kill stuff on that. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. But, like, I tried to play, what was it, Metal Gear Solid 5, I think? Because I got that on the PS4? Was it on the 4 or 3? I don't remember. I got it on one of the PlayStations, like, as one of the early titles I got when I got the console. It had to be 4. And I just couldn't get into it. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I understand that, like, 5 has its issues in many points, but just something about it, I just couldn't get into it. And, you know, I'd already heard the stories about, you know, like, Metal Gear Solid 4 having movies within its gameplay. like full movies. Yeah, I know Ampu would be better. Like would be somebody to ask about that, but yeah. And I actually own. I think I own Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PlayStation. I bought it at a convention, and I bought it for cheap, and I didn't realize until much later why it was so cheap. When my roommate in college was playing through it, because I started it and I was like, ah, whatever. But he played through it fully because he wanted to play it, and I realized the reason that it was so cheap is it didn't have the back cover on it, on the casing. It had the, like, it was the full in the case, like it was the actual case, but for whatever reason the back cover was gone. And if you know anything about Metal Gear Solid 1, the back cover has actual vital information. So we just had to look it up online. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Metal Gear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So, you know, Metal Gear Solid feeling like Metal Gear Solid 4. Yeah, feeling like he doesn't want to be there, but yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, no, he was playing through it, and he's like, oh, where's the box? And I was like, oh, here it is. He's like, ah, I see why you got this for like $15. He shows the back, and it's just blank, and I thought nothing of it. I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, this is where the code is that we need for this section. I was like, oh, my bad. Let's Google it. Maybe sometime in the future, maybe as a stream or something, I'll give Metal Gear Solid 1 another try. Or wasn't there a yeah. Wasn't there like a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1, kind of? Like a pseudo remake, or was it just like maybe it was remade for a different console other than the PlayStation 1 and they kind of slightly did improvements? Am I misremembering? Twin Snakes on the GameCube. Oh, that's it. You know what? I probably heard that name before and just assumed it was a completely different game. And maybe I'll find a way to play that on stream. I can add it to the list. I've started... Oh, it's a pseudo remake? Okay. Yeah, okay. Pseudo remake of 1. Yeah, I know there's some things that are different. Because I think I've seen, like, clips of playthroughs of both. But I have no detailed knowledge, so it'd be a pretty fresh playthrough overall. But no, they, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like, I've started a list of some things for stream that I think could be interesting, or at least that I would like to finish, or like to do, but maybe stream will give me the kick in the butt to actually do it. Some of those games being some Resident Evil games, because I've not fully played through a Resident Evil game. I own the remake of 2, and the, I think PS Plus gave out 7 for free, so I have both of those. Oh yeah, GameCube having actual thumbsticks that worked, or that were like always there. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure I was in that weird middle section of PlayStation 1 people that when I got the PlayStation 1, it was still the PS1, like it was still the original console, but they had the thumbsticks on the controller. We didn't have the thumbstickless controller. I don't know how long that was a thing, but I just know that we had thumbsticks on ours. I don't really remember any games really using them, but we had them. Right, that's right. Yeah, no. The cutscene's going crazier. I remember seeing that, or seeing some stuff with that. Isn't there... I think I remember one specifically that, like, for no reason, he's like, Snake is like hiding behind a door, or like behind a doorway, and then he does just like a cartwheel flip over the door frame to get to the other side for no reason. Like, he's still standing in the doorway. It's not like he's trying to get past the door, but he just does the flip to get to the other side of the doorway. Just the individual bullets. Yeah, somebody... When they remade that, somebody got bored. And they were like, you know what, let's add some... Add some zip. Add some something to this. And nobody stopped them. Damn it. Well, I mean, the remake would have come out after the Matrix released, right? Probably. I would assume. And so that's probably a bit inspired. Yeah. I don't know if the original, but definitely the remake probably would have, so there's definitely a bit of inspiration there on the Matrix. Do you want Metal Gear Solid or do you want Metal Gear? It's the gameplay story separation. That's the cutscene character, not an in-game character. Cutscene character can handle himself. In-game character, you have to defend him until different cutscene character shows up and kills him or whatever. Because as we all know, nothing in games is more powerful than a cutscene gun. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I forget if I checked. Am I able to get a level 2 ground sandwich? Because I know I'm able to get the level 2 poison. Because I did that last time. And I'm thinking that might still be the play once this sandwich runs out. Because getting that Paldean Wooper would be super useful. Yeah, the goal of the run is to catch one shiny before every badge. And since this game has oops, button please. Has badges for Team Star, the gyms, the Titans, you know. I have to get one before the next badge, no matter what it is. So, we have 3 shinies, we have 3 badges. We need to catch one more. And depending on what we find, will determine which badge we go after next. If I were to get one of these shiny rocks here, I would definitely go after the Bombardier, because that would just be good. But it seems like that's not happening. And we ran out of our... Yeah, we ran out of our encounter sandwich for rock types. So... No. Alpha, yeah, there's... Yeah, shortly after they introduced Alpha Pokemon, they're like, we will not use that term, we'll use Titans. But I mean, I guess it makes sense, because like Alpha, there's... You know, that can kind of happen anywhere. I guess the Nobles are... I guess the Nobles are the closest thing to the Titans. They are bigger. Mostly. Okay. Ooh, a Zangoose. But yeah, if I can get a... If I can get something that will, What was I gonna say? If I can get something that will make it to I can get 3 gym badges, then I will have just a better opportunity to buy everything I need to get from the stores, which means I can make better sandwiches later. So that's what I kind of want to get. Oh wait, I get fighting too? I don't want fighting too. Oh, to answer your question, this was not the game that increased shiny odds. Shiny odds were increased in Generation 6 with X and Y, where they became half of what they were before. So before they were 1 in 8,192, and then after X and Y, it became 1 in 4,096. So they were cut in half. Am I stupid? Am I stupid? I thought I had a poison sandwich I could make. Because I thought I did it last time, and then I didn't save afterwards. Counter... Poison, level 2... No Urban Mystica, please. Am I stupid? What did I do? Yes, stop talking. Stop talking. What? Do I have green bell peppers? No. What the hell? Did I do fighting for some reason? I'm so confused. What did I do? Hang on. I need to actually look at an old VOD, because I'm so confused on what I did. Wait, did I make the fighting sandwich? Oh no, no, that's right. No, I did that. Yes. No. I remember. Okay, yes. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We did fighting because it gave the options for Flamigo as well. Okay. Oh my god. I thought I was losing my mind. What about a ground type sandwich? Can I get a ground sandwich instead? Is that something I can do? Do I have herbed sausage? No. Cool. Oops, don't add another power. Just... Alright. Alright. We smited the bot. I figured out what I was doing wrong. We're just gonna do this. No, that's fair. That's fair. I had a bit of it, like, I don't want to say existential, but just a crisis where I was like, what did I do last time? Because I thought I had a poison sandwich going. I did not. I had a fighting sandwich going for some reason. But now we're going with ground. But only level 1. You know, it's a sandwich to somebody. Is this a sandwich or a hot dog? Let's start that debate. But no, we got ground type sandwich. So, we should be getting the slightly more, because it's only type 1. Or level 1. So we should be getting slightly more Wooper and Clodsire, as well as the horse. It's toast with ham on top. Yeah, you know. It is what it is. It's food. Listen, I, in real life, don't have to eat that, so I don't care. I think I mentioned this last time, but I don't know why it's so funny to me. You have to physically, like, when you make the sandwiches in this game, the game requires you have toppings on them, like on the sandwich. No matter what, you have to have some kind of like topping. And so because of the way it classifies toppings versus like spreads, you can't have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in this game. It's not a thing. Because they are two spreads. You spread peanut butter, you spread jelly. There is no topping, so it's a legal sandwich. You can do the, you can do the old classic that some people do, which is the peanut butter and jelly with bananas. Or you could do the Elvis special, which is the peanut butter and jelly with bacon. Yeah, Elvis. Applaud to Claude. Everyone, applaud to Claude. Actually, theoretically, you could do... Actually, I'm trying to remember if it's also if you're required both to have a spread and a topping. Because I would say you could do the cheese sandwich. I like the cheese sandwich, which is literally just bread and cheese. I don't remember. You could do the reverse grilled cheese, maybe, where you have the butter on the inside. The sandwich mechanic in this game is wild. That's all I gotta say. Same. Look, the cheese sandwich. I got asked one time by a friend. They were like, "What is your poverty meal?" And I was like, and I had them define it. I think they said something like, you know, just the one meal, quick and easy. You need it, you have it. You're just gonna you're always gonna have it. And it's cheap to do, and it is cheese sandwich. Slice of American cheese in between two slices of bread. That's it. Instant ramen. I'm such a picky eater, unfortunately. Like, in so many of the bad ways. Like, I don't know if I could have ramen. I'm kind of at the point in my life where just, like, I want to try new things, but at the same time I don't, because I'm like, if I try something new and I don't like it, then I've wasted money on it. Or if I'm in a public space and like I try something and I don't like it, then I just look awkward. And so it's just like, you know, not a ramen person. Like I've seen shows where they show ramen and like, you know, aesthetically it looks pretty good. Like I'm not desiring it, but I'm just like, no. I ain't eating that.
For those who come after.
Nation! Nation has paid his dues. Thank you, Nation. And you gave one to Squid. Thank you for the gift subs. Because I won the bet the other day. And also you helped me confirm that my gift sub notification works. So thank you, Nation. For those who come after. Yeah, I will have that that collab up on YouTube in a couple of days. Yesterday it took me out, like being up that late and then having work the next day took me out so bad. I was telling Squid about it earlier. I meant to last night, at the very least, if not make it live, like get all of everybody's information to put in the YouTube description, and I just was not feeling well, so I didn't get that done. So I have to do that at some point this weekend, and so I can have it up on probably Monday. It is uploaded to YouTube, it just has no information whatsoever. Yes, thank you once again for the 2 gift subs. Yeah, something like that. Something about being nauseous and passing out. No shinies just yet. We've only been at this for a little less than an hour. So this is the second sandwich we've tried. I'm hoping I can get one soon, because I was doing some resetting to get some other outbreaks around, and there is a Charcadet outbreak right here, which is super cool. Unfortunately, I do not need Charcadet for the next gym or any badge at all that I have coming up. So it is not a useful Pokemon at the moment. So I don't want to have to go out of my way to try to figure that one out, especially with its kind of garbage shiny. Ceruledge is a very cool Pokemon. Charcadet, Armarouge, and Ceruledge's shinies are garbage. And not in the usual way shinies are garbage. It's a, hey, we changed exactly one thing on this Pokemon, and it's the color of eyes. Yes, Ceruledge is the is the edgy shonen protag. Got blades for hands and is a ghost fire type. Is just the coolest guy ever. Yeah, when I played through the game originally, because I was obviously my original playthrough on this game was Scarlet. I did get an Armarouge, and that one is super cool, like legitimately cool. I really like that one where the armor turns into a cannon. It's super sick. Like, I like both designs, but like it. Ceruledge is a bit like ironically, like, cool. It is very, like, teenage edgy style. I'm so annoyed. This tricked me a little bit, Choodle. Because I was like, oh, it's right next to all the other Whoopers and it's a different color. That's not a Whooper. That's a Choodle. Yeah, yeah, that's the Ceruledge design. Absolutely. It's made for the person who unironically names themselves in games. They name themselves Kirito. If you look up the Pokemon Journeys anime, I don't know if they're a villain, antagonist, rival, whatever you want to call it. But he's that guy. He has a Ceruledge. He's like the dark. He's like a dark and edgy, like, but also like kind of preppy guy. He's like that kind of guy. And I'm like, yeah, you fit. Google the Japanese word for an internet handle. Yeah, true. If you're gonna go with something Japanese for your name, be like me. Take the English words from Mega Man and Guts Man and stick them together and then add some numbers at the end. And there you go. It's still Japanese, but you don't look like an asshole. Actually, I guess it's not Japanese, because it would be Rockman and whatever the... Or Rock.exe, because that would have been Rock, and then whatever Gutsman was. Never mind, I'm not... I'm just an American. I don't even think the numbers were a suggestion when I made my name. I think I was just like... I came up with the name and I was like, let me that? And then I just was like, these 3 numbers sound cool at the end. I don't... I have no reasonable explanation. But I mean, yeah, at the time, yeah, it was very... add numbers to the end of everything. So I think my previous email to that also had numbers at the end, just kind of 'cause. Actually, I'm curious what's the level for Iono's gym? I think we're less than 4,000 away from the quote-unquote guarantee shiny. Especially since I've already done this. Well, I've done a sandwich like this before, So I'd say we're like probably at least at half odds. There's a really good video by ADEF. He's a speedrunner and does some various content and stuff. Does a lot of like math-related things, at least with Pokemon that I've seen. There's one where he talks about just the odds of shiny hunting. And like kind of the math behind how lucky or unlucky people get when searching. It's a pretty good video. But it's also one of those where you watch and you just kind of realize, yeah, you have no idea. Like, there's no... You either find it or you don't. After however long. Like, he came to a much better conclusion than I did, but at the same time, it's like, that's what I came out of it, was just like, yeah, who knows? Because you can legitimately, maybe not as much in current games, but I think he showed some from, like, Gen 4, where somebody literally had, like, 80 or like 70,000 soft resets or something like that. Something just absurd. And it's like, yeah, you know, it could take that long. That is the 0.0000 like 1% that it takes that long or something like that. And on the other end, you find it immediately, which is also, you know, a very, very small percentage. So it's like, it could happen anywhere amongst that or even further. So I had a thought the other day about like, this is a really stupid idea, and if it gets taken, I'm gonna be a little mad, because yeah, I know there could be some big, there could be some, like, big YouTuber or streamer who just has a ton of money and can make this idea actually happen. And I'm gonna be so mad if somebody takes this a little bit. I mean, if they think about that on their own, that's whatever. But I had the thought of, like, somehow, some way, getting like 4,000 people together in like a stadium or like an arena, and just kind of having them all sit there, and they all have boxes, and inside the boxes are like stacks of Pokemon cards. With one of the boxes of the 4,000 actually having shiny Pokemon in it. And then the idea is that, like, you get a handful of contestants, you know, however, 5, 10, whatever. And you go, like, the winner is the person who finds the shiny amongst the 4,000. And you can either, if you want, you could just go and pick one at a time from each box, you know, however long that takes. I don't remember the exact, I hadn't thought of a full thing. But it's like, you can do full odds. Just go in, get a thing, and go, and just do that over and over and over 4,000 times. Or you can do these like little mini game challenges that are like method hunts, quote unquote. And a method hunt, quote unquote, where at the end of the challenge you get hints towards which people or which person has the shiny. So if you get like an arena you'd be like, the person is in section 32. Like, somewhere in this section, so it's gone down from, like, 4,000 to, like, 100. Or, like, the person is wearing a green shirt. And so you have to, you know, maybe put in some effort at that point to figure out who's wearing a green shirt. And just, like, just have some chaos. I feel like that's one of those ideas that either goes, like, really well and is super fun and is a fun video, or it, like, somebody at random, like, one of the people is just like, I'm gonna go full odds. They just go up the stairs, find somebody at random. It's like, what do you got? And it's the fucking shiny. And it's just like, oh, okay. Well, came over, it took 5 minutes. That was the luck. That was the luck aspect of it. Because that's part of just shiny hunting is the luck. Like, you really could be like, all right, everybody, strap in. We're gonna be here for a while. Soft resetting for whatever, and then encounter 1 or encounter 2. There it is. Like that happens. But the sheer logistics of, like, having having 4,000 people in one space, all willing to cooperate, with, you know, 4,000 boxes full of 4,000 Pokemon cards or whatever, like, absolutely insane. You know, I'm considering that after the sandwich, potentially doing some date skipping to try to get an outbreak. Because I think it might be worth it. Because the Char Cadet outbreak is cool, but I don't know if it's worth it to hold on to that for not getting something that would be useful. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it right now. Magikarp. Ooh, that could be interesting, but that's very hard to see. We can't even check that, because that's not in a good spot to check. Yeah, we basically just have to check down here. And if it's not in here, we have to start over. I don't know what this is. It'd be a water type, though. That's the problem, is we wouldn't be able to do anything with this. Because I wouldn't be able to get it. Because I can't swim. Cannot swim at the moment. So theoretically, because we have a ground encounter sandwich running right now, we should have slightly higher odds of finding ground outbreaks. Ground type Pokemon outbreaks. Yeah, our character can't swim. Just kind of like flails for a moment and then drowns. Oops. Yeah, and our our motorcycle jet plane Pokemon hasn't learned how to inflate its wheel to be useful. Ooh. Which outbreak is this? Fampy. Do I want Fampy? Do I want a Donphan? Oh my god, there's so many ground types. You know what? Let's do it. Well, you see, it's going to learn on its own after it eats a sandwich. It's going to remember, oh snap, I can inflate this to be to be an inflatable device. I know what to do. Alright, we gotta send. Alright, so here's the other problem. Fampy Shiny is not good. It is a slightly lighter blue. So we're probably gonna have to rely on attempting to fight it and failing. Okay, we have a minute left on the sandwich. It's an easy enough sandwich to just make again, so I'm not super worried about that. Yeah, it is one of those shinies. Like, this is the other type of bad shiny that just, like, it looks exactly the same, and unless you are looking very, very closely at the same light for both of them, you will never know. And I just have to hope that when I see it, I recognize it. Because that's all I'm going to have to go on. Just be able to look at it and go, you look different enough that I think something's wrong with you. No, come on. Float on over there. There you go, buddy. Alright, we'll go down here. I mean, the good thing about this, right, is that Phanpy is a... Phanpy is a ground type, Donphan's a ground type. So we'll be able to take it to Iono and do well enough. You know, better than two of our flying types. This thing is named Hard Mode for a reason. I mean, I guess it would be the same issue if I would have gotten, like, a Fletchling. Also, I will point out that there is a decent possibility that I will spend this whole time being like, oh my god, it's so hard to see, it sucks, blah, blah, blah. And then the moment it shows up, I'm like, oh, there it is. Like, just nothing. Because I'm just like that sometimes. We're just like, oh, wait, no, there it is. There it is. It's right there. Never mind. It's not that hard. I assume I got my shiny Phanpy that I have in home from this game. I don't think I would have gotten it from anywhere else, because like it wasn't in Arceus, which, you know, is kind of generally my main game when it comes to shiny hunting things for a while. Yeah, we'll test my shiny hunter eyes. We'll see how well they are right now. They're a little. They're partially out of practice because I haven't had to do major shiny hunts in this game for a while. Like, I know, obviously, I've been doing this for a little bit, but like none of the ones I've done so far have been that hard to see. Mankey was kind of weird because I think the shadows kind of messed with it, but like once I saw it, I knew it was there. And, like, there's no reason for Mankey to have been as hard as it was, but, like, in the clip, in the clip where I find it, you can tell that it's very weird. Like, very weird because of how similar it looks to other things. Pokemon Company, please. Please. In 2.5 months, when Legend ZA comes out, please tell me it has the Arceus shiny noise. Please. The team is the same as it was. We have hard mode, the Skiploom. We have Sir Birdington, the Corvisquire, and we have Jane, the Machop. We are currently looking for a ground type and a Phanpy outbreak has spawned for us. So, we'll see. I think once I get the notification on there not being that many left in the outbreak, I will run off and make a ground type sandwich and see what happens. Oh, there it is. There's the notification. None of you. Yeah, it's none of you. Bug. There is still a chance we find some other weird stuff here. Because, I mean, as we've seen, the sandwich doesn't really do much in terms of boosting shiny odds. We can kind of get whatever. But we will see slightly more ground-type Pokemon, and since we have an outbreak of Phanpy, the odds go up. But only for the Phanpy, and only for the Phanpy that spawned because of the outbreak. It is very specific on that. A Rockruff would be a good pull. The Mudbray would be pretty good. It's another ground type, so I mean, it's not unexpected that it's gonna spawn a bunch of them. Skiddo is, as it has been, not a great one to show up in terms of type effectiveness and what I need. It would be useful later and not now. Though I do suppose that grass has a electric resist, but that's about it. So Well, actually, as I keep saying it out loud, it has an electric resist, but also, Iono's ace is a Miss Magius that she Terra Electrics, and since Skiddo is normal grass, it wouldn't be hit by any of the ghost moves, and it would resist the electric moves. The problem is I just wouldn't have anything to do back to it. Like, I would have nothing. Unless it has, like, maybe Leech Seed? I don't know. I don't know what moves it has. Yeah, damn it. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll have to come down here and then go back up to make the Outbreak respawn. The physics with those boulders are going nuts. They start falling off on this side. Gosh. I saw the Mischievous pop up. That could be pretty cool. What occurs to you, Squid? What has occurred? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean, so the one from the future, at least, like, I think the idea of the future Paradox Pokemon are that they were, like, somewhat man-made. I don't know for sure. I don't remember the exacts. There's, like, some weird stuff about, like, it being man-made or whatever. I have to remember the Pokedex entries for all of them. Whereas the past Paradox Pokemon, so Koraidon specifically, because that's what you're talking about, there's like, I don't want to say like whiskers. I don't think whiskers is the word I want to do, but like, like a fur trim that comes off, and I think that's more what you're holding on that one. So rather than like rigid handlebars, it's kind of more like reins or something. I have to remember, because I don't remember the exact of what that looks like, but so you're just kind of holding on to a part of it that you can get your hands on for that one at least. Yeah, it's Son Goku Basra nonsense. And look, when you glitch up the wall, you're really doing that because you're just taking your horse up the wall. Standing and taking the horse up the wall. Actually, you know what I just remembered? Something I can do. Which one of these? Which one of these is it? No. No, wait. Yes. Hang on. All right. All right, you have 5 minutes for a prediction. You have 5 minutes for chat prediction to win channel points. Will I find a shiny? If it happens prior to the prediction ending, it's gonna be a push and nobody wins. And also, I don't specify what kind of shiny. It could be one that I'm looking for. It could be a random one that I find and I'm annoyed at because it doesn't help me. It could be a duplicate, and if it's a duplicate, guess what? We're still going. we still have to find one. Thank you for the shiny look, Nation. I'm gonna be running into random Fampies just to see. No. My god, they're everywhere. There's so many things. Yes. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. About Fampi especially, just being one that doesn't change much. And then Ghastly is just kind of weird in this game. It's not as obvious as you think, except sometimes when it is. I don't know. I'd have to see it. No. Ampu, they do not. They do not make the noise like in PLA. You have to see it, and you have to know it's there. It was a major complaint when the game came out, and I'm hoping they bring it back in Legends ZA. So I will not know if it's shiny until I encounter it, and it does the thing. the Gibble line. So the thing about the Gibble line is Gibble and Gabite are really good shinies. Those are super good shinies. I like those a lot. Garchomp? Garchomp though? That's not. At the very least, Gibble and Gabite are different enough that like you know when you see it. Granted, you can't really find Garchomp wild, at least in this game. No. Garchomp does not turn orange. Garchomp, yeah, Garchomp was left out in the sun a little bit too long. Yeah. Blaziken shiny actually got fixed in more recent games because I think they slightly adjusted the coloring to make it more dark red, so it's a bit more obvious. Because I think it was less obvious in prior games. Yeah, no, I think the problem, I mean, the thing about them changing the shinies is like it just makes it a little weird in terms of going forward, unfortunately. Like, I think if they adjust colors slowly over time, I think that can fix it. But if I think they do like a full drastic shiny change, I don't know about that. What's funny is the reason Gengar's shiny looks so bad, especially now, is it actually, the shiny for Gengar didn't change. It was actually the base form that got a change in color over time, through different hardware, and then eventually to 3D. The base form of Gengar got changed, and so it looks closer to the shiny, and that's why they're so similar. Yeah. Yeah, I think something else they did, I mean, they did to kind of fix some shinies, is when they did other forms, like the Dynamax and the Mega Evolution forms of Pokemon, they adjusted the shinies there. Because I think both Shiny and Gigantamax Gengar are white, which is super cool. But the fact that they made those forms that color really leads me to believe that they're not going to, like, make drastic changes to, like, shiny palettes. Like, the best hope is that as the graphics get better, they, like, somebody behind the scenes, like, slightly tweaks some numbers and makes them a little bit, you know, more different and better. Like, that's really the hope. But who knows? don't see it. Actually, probably, I'm gonna potentially ruin this. Worst thing I could find here would probably be a shiny Makuhita. Because I already have a fighting type, and it's a fighting type that's going to get a secondary type later, which means it's going to be good in that regard. Makuhita, while it has a use, would not have one if I if I catch it now. Because really, one of the big things that Makuhita and Hariyama would be good for would be if I had Belly Drum, and I can do some crazy, like, basically what you do with Iron Hands is you Belly Drum and Drain Punch, and that's how you destroy every single raid battle that isn't resistant to fighting. Yeah. I know I actually brought up my original... Yeah, I started hard mode, so what else am I expecting at this point? I brought up my original Pokemon Ruby team to Pokemon Home a while back, and I remembered that part of my original Victory Road team was Hariyama, and I'm pretty sure it was the Pokemon, because I always have one that's the Pokemon I catch at the last minute, generally to replace the HM user, especially in those games. And I think that was Hariyama. I just caught in the Victory Road. Wait, what Pokemon were you thinking of? If you were thinking of the wrong thing. I knew it would happen. I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. Hey everybody, look at our new friend. Hey, no, get in the ball. Get in the ball. You are not special enough to not be in the ball. Thank you. And manage the prediction. Choose the outcome. The answer was yes. Complete prediction. Here we have the newest member of our team. We did. I've come full circle. While it is not while it's not the best thing I could have gotten, it's not. I think this can actually be useful. I think this can have a use somewhere. The thing is, though, I need to see I need to see what level Iono's team is, because that's kind of important. 24. Okay. Okay, so everybody but Skiddo is good. What was your other option for abilities? Was it only Sap Sipper? What else did you have? What else could you have had possibly that would have been useful to me? Oh, that's all you have. Okay, that's fine. Because you have a hidden ability that is not super useful. Also, I'm an idiot. Why do I always think... Ugh. I did the thing again. I've done this before. I think I've done this before, maybe even on stream, on a stream. Skiddo is not grass normal. It is just grass. It is just a grass type. It is not grass normal. Well, that ruins some things for me, actually. Kill the Psyduck. Kill it. Fight it. Hello? Hello? Oh, it's doing the thing. It's doing the thing where it doesn't want to throw out a Pokeball. There we go. Go, Skiddo. Murder. God damn it. You know, it's true. There are so many, and you can't remember everything. I remember more than most, and it's real awkward that I know so much. Okay, let's get you to 20. Oh, actually. Now that I'm... yeah, it's very much my special interest. What level is... Oh, that's 30? God, no. Okay, never mind. I was looking at Kofu to see if, like, potentially I could fight him, because it might be better. Nah, he's level 30. That's not happening. I think when I get level 2... I think when I get level 2 sandwiches and, like, have the ability to make those ingredients, I might be back here. Because I still do want to get a shiny Mudbray. No charm. I am not using a shiny charm at the moment because this is a fresh playthrough for the shiny badge quest. No, seriously, if I was shiny hunting for the sake of like getting a living dex, I would be on my main account with shiny charm, all the Herba Mystica, and be going crazy because I'd get so many because that's so easy. But no, this is a shiny badge quest. So from a fresh file, I need to catch a shiny Pokemon prior to every badge. So we have 3 badges. We now have 4 shiny Pokemon. I need to go do a badge, and then I can get another one. Yeah. So let's go over here. Because we can go to the beach. There's going to be water types. And there's going to be at least some ground types. And so we can take advantage of that. Actually, I killed the Psyduck. Yeah. I have some choice in terms of what shinies I can find. Because obviously, you know, I can make sandwiches to some extent. I can hunt in certain areas to have better chances. But the only one of these 4 that I have found because I was looking for it is Mankey. Everything else, I was basically looking for something else. Or just going and seeing what shows up. So, yeah. Kill it. Oh, that reminds me. Ampu, funny thing that you should be aware of. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, there are outbreaks. There are outbreaks that can happen, and they have increased shiny odds. You cannot get an outbreak of a Pokemon you have not caught. So if you want something specific, catch it, and then don't catch other things. So yeah, no. Like I had a fresh file. Like I started another playthrough of Legends Arceus, kind of doing shiny only, but like not really because it's kind of hard. And I realized I was only getting outbreaks of the random Pokemon I caught. So for a while, the only things I was getting outbreaks of were Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx for a very long time. And so once I started, like I caught like a random Eevee, and so I started getting an Eevee outbreak, and so it's kind of like that. Yeah, no, if you want to, like, I mean, now that you have caught a Vulpix, it is available to show up as an outbreak. So, yeah, you can find a Vulpix horde. I think you should be able to. Because I'm just trying to remember where it's where those hordes spawn. I would assume in that same area. Yes, alphas can be shiny. Shiny alphas are awesome. Even the static alphas can be shiny, but you have to hunt them in a very specific way. Basically, alright, you don't want to kill this thing, that's fine. Because they keep hiding in the ground. Yeah. You have to hunt them in a very specific way, in that, the best way that I have found in terms of hunting shiny alphas is actually post-game. The shiny rate of alphas are the same as everything else that you have. Like, it's the same race as everything else, like normal encountering. The best way I found to do it is post-game, where you, I mean, I guess this would be a minor spoiler, I guess, for a mechanic that shows up post-game. But you do the Daybreak DLC, you do those things, and then that puts you in a position where you can soft reset to get a shiny alpha. That's all I gotta say. Either that, or you literally just play the game like normal and hope. And hope that a shiny alpha shows up. Which, you know, it's up to you if that's what you want to do. I didn't even see what level I am now. 20? We can go a couple more. Kill the rock. That's fair. That is fair, not to base teams on shinies. Listen, we need to thank Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, because if not for him, we wouldn't have 2025 James Gunn's Superman. That movie was so good. Something I will say about shiny hunting, and I kind of like half alluded to it earlier when we were talking about like videos about random shiny odds and stuff. Shiny hunting at a point isn't about luck. It's about being stubborn as hell. There really is a point where that's just all it is. It's like, you don't gotta be lucky, you just gotta be stubborn. Alright. I think 22 is good. Honestly, planning based on gender and nature feels weirder than going, or not weirder, but like feels like it's much more aggravating to do than going for shinies. Because at least for the most part with shinies, you can just like see them. Like obviously we've talked about some that you can't, but like you have to like go through the effort of catching and then hope that all the other things fall into place. I guess some Pokemon you can tell gender differences immediately, but okay. Let's change some moves for the goat. Oh man, I really wish I would have gotten something that has a ground move. That could have been, oh my god, that could have been so cool. Hold up, hang on, let me do some sorting. Get rid of all the dots. Oh, we have a bunch of XP candies. Right, because I collected everything everywhere. All right, I picked up the leftovers. That's good. No, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though, about Iono's Ace. We can take advantage of that. we can take advantage of that point that she thinks that she's safe. So we're going to get rid of Vine Whip. The goat might really be the goat on this fight, because we're going to get rid of Tail Whip and we're going to replace it with Worry Seed. Because Worry Seed replaces the target's ability with Insomnia, meaning it can't be put to sleep. So if we replace Iono's Ace's Levitate with Insomnia, then it can be hit by ground moves and we bulldoze the shit out of it. We're gonna go crazy. The goat is the goat. We got a strat and we're gonna run it down. Alright, let's go, team. Well, but first we have to fight Nemona. Yep. Wait, it's this one? Oh, I just so happened to be nearby. No way. No way, dude. Nemona's so funny to me. I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. Pokemon Goku. She probably does. Maybe a little bit. She's just happy to be here. So I will say the one problem that we're gonna have is Go-Goat has a minus attack nature. So we're gonna have to just deal with that. And so, like, I could use one of my few mints to fix that. But I don't know how well that's gonna go. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, Razor Leaf's not the one that always hits. That's Magical Leaf. Stop. Thank you. Palmy? I'll take it. Because guess what? The goat can bulldoze. The goat! Alright, Florigato. Unfortunately, the goat doesn't deal with this. Sir Birdington will, though. Florigato, my favorite middle evolution, definitely of this gen, maybe ever. Or maybe starter middle evolution, maybe ever. I love this thing's yo-yo. It's great. Oh, right. You're gonna Terra at me. I should have Terra'd. I don't know. Terra flying. That would have been useful, but whatever. Let's go, Sir Birdington! Sir Birdington! Nah, Sir Birdington doesn't have a scary face. I think it gave me the pop-up for how to relearn moves. Because I think that might be the first time I learned a move and told it no in battle. Alright, I'm ready. Guys, we're live streaming. Yay! I'm Iono now. It's me. I can't move out of the way to show you. Unless I physically move. Alright, you know what? Fine. Here you go. You can have the waifu. Very specific on the waifus, I see. Where in the world is Matt Lauer? Carmen Sandiego. Why did I go to this? Why did I go to the fake version first? Carmen Sandiego. Found him. But now we gotta fight a dude. What up, Doug? Oh my goodness. Yo, I might need to use something. Because this thing is, attack power is not great. Ah, I see. They're few, but they are powerful. Yeah, I think before the Iono fight, I might actually do something about this. In one way or another. Where is he? Who knows? Where could he possibly be? Right there. I see, I see. Ooh. I don't know if that came over the mic, because when I sat up a bit, it was closer to the mic, but my back just popped real big there. Okay, we can test the theory now, because Tynamo has... Because I believe Tynamo has Levitate. Yeah. No Levitate, yes Insomnia. Get hit. Don't Thunder Wave. Don't Thunder Wave, man. Am I good still? Oh, my internet just died. Alright, YouTube, you're gonna be the only one seeing this for a second, until... I'm gonna finish this battle out, and then go check on my internet. That's fun. I was wondering what was going on. I looked over and I just saw that. Oh. Well. People are gonna miss this on stream. Okay. Hey, hard mode evolved. That's cool. Alright. Alright, YouTube, I'm going to pause. I'm gonna pause the recording right now and go try to fix my internet. Alright, we are back. We're streaming again. The only thing you guys missed was I won the battle, and then after I won the battle, the hard mode evolved. Hard mode evolved to jump bluff. Yeah, my internet died, and then it came back. We have a jump bluff now, so good to know. I'll show you in a second. Alright, let's go back to my corner. It's my corner, Iono. Look, we have a jump bluff now. No, I think it was just a weird timing that ads went off and that my internet died at the same time. Alright. So technically, what is our starter has fully evolved at this point. Okay, what do I have? Special attack. Oh no, I don't have attack. I don't have attack raising. I don't want to use adamant on this. I don't want to use the adamant mint. I think we'll go hasty. We'll make it hasty. We'll drop the defense, and that's fine. For the sake of having a neutral attack nature. Yeah, now we're at 36. Okay, I'm fine with this. It's time for the Iono Zone. I don't know about Face Connect, enough about Face Connect to be able to give you a definitive answer. Hey, Electro King gave 5,000 Poké Dollars. Yo, where's Electro King in my stream? You know what, Nation give some subs earlier. You know what, that's good enough. I'll take it. Right, I forgot about Watchel. Nah, it's fair. It's fair being broke as fuck. I realize that Wattrel is, like, the problem for everything on my team. Yeah, the Magnemite bits. People thought for a while we were gonna get a Magnemite, regional form because of that. They were like, oh, well, she's got pink and blue Magnemites. We're gonna get some regional Magnemites. Okay. Alright, look at that resistance. We're gonna play the long game against this Wattrel. We're gonna play the long game. Ow. I hit my desk. Ow. I hit my desk with my knee. Ow. Alright, Fairy Wind. Oh, interesting. I forgot about that ability, but it's dead, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, they float around her head. When I beat her, it'll be funny. Belly Bolt. Bring out the goat. This thing's so silly. Nope, I didn't mean Razor Leaf. Well, my plans might be going up in smoke. I probably do have a revive somewhere. It's gonna be annoying to try to get. No, I can use it. I don't care. I don't care about using items. I'm going to use it, but, like, it's gonna be awkward in the middle of everything. Broke free of paralysis! Hard mode loves me! I hated it to begin with, but it loves me! Oh. Oh. 07's in chat for my son. He's fucking dead. Akane, thank you for the resub. I may have forgotten that multi-hit moves do that. Monkey. Kill it. Alright, and I believe the next one is, yeah, it's Luxio. So here's what we're gonna do. Sir Birdington, 07's for you, sir. You're gonna be a sacrifice. For multiple reasons. Because you're gonna take an Intimidate, that means that, yeah, you're taking an Intimidate so that Machop doesn't. We're going to revive. We're gonna revive the goat. You live that, let's go. But that doesn't really matter when I'm going to Super Potion the goat and not you, so 07's brother. I was about to say, this is the moment when Sir Birdington toughs it out so I don't feel bad. And then I feel bad. Alright. Bring the monkey back in. Cross chop. That was a lot of damage. Oh no, it missed cross chop. Jane duffed it out so I won't feel bad. Jane! Jane. Assurance. We don't need Fury Swipes. I think 26 is the level it evolves to Primate? No. I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell. Alright. Hit that worry seed. Hit the worry seed. Yes. 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 No levitate. Bulldoze. If I terastallize, it'll do nothing. Oh no. Come on. Come on, the goat. Live up to your name. Be the goat breakthrough. Breakthrough confusion. Be the goat I know you are. My hero. My goat. Keep going. No, this isn't the Sword and Shield music. The goat. The goat hits another bulldoze. Lower the speed. All right. I don't think we kill it even if we're faster with bulldoze. But we have lowered its speed twice. We have Jane in the back. We have Jane ready to go. If the goat doesn't kill. Okay. It's -3 speed. It's -3 speed. We have Jane. With 3 HP. With 3 HP, Jane comes in against a -3. Hit that low sweep, because it's electric now. Let's go! Jane and the goat. Yeah, the sword and shield theme slaps harder, but I do appreciate the bringing the people in, like the crowd singing for the ending. It makes it feel special. Cool. Now we can catch Pokemon up to level 35. Oh, hello. Hello, Gita. Yeah, her hair's weird. Alright, we have a goat with 3 HP. We need to go heal now. Look at this squad. Look at this squad. You know what? I've decided because of this, Skiddo, Shiny Skiddo is gonna be on the thumbnail for this part. The absolute goat. Okay. So now, theoretically, I believe, since I have 3 gym badges, because it's very specific on it being gym badges, for whatever reason, I can buy better ingredients, better pizza Papa John's, and whatever's in here. Stop that. Yes, yes! The bell peppers. The bell peppers are the important ones. Thank goodness. Okay. Okay, so we have a flying type. We have flying type, we have a dark type, we have fire type. And I believe that's the actual, like, order in terms of, like, level difficulty. I think we honestly skipped these 2 that are weaker to go fight Iono so we can get better stuff. That's what we already did. So what would be good against these? I mean, we could go back for... We could go back for this and get a ground type. But the thing is we would literally have 2 Pokemon that are used. Well, Corvisquire is neutral. Yeah. Because, like, if we get a ground type, the only one that would be really good would be here, is if we go for this Starfall Street. Yeah, ice, rock, electric. We could try the level 2. We could try for a level 2 rock again and go for... Try once again for the cloth. Oops. Yeah, fighting bug fairy. I'm not worried about dark, frankly. Dark is not something I'm worried about. I have Mankey and I have Jump Love with a fairy move. I think this one's fine. It's just a matter of picking something that'd be useful overall. I think it's probably Cloth. I think what we do is we get Cloth. Yeah, we go for Cloth or a rock, so we either can get Cloth or whatever the other rock is over there. And then we fight this. We fight the Flying Titan. And then we can go for a ground type here. Although, as I'm saying that, I'm looking at the clock and realizing that in 20 minutes, the clock's gonna tick over and we're gonna get new encounters. We're gonna get new, outbreaks. Okay, so I have to be... Honestly, I have to be fast about this, because what I could do to help is if I make the rock encounter sandwich... I can make the encounter sandwich, and then when it ticks over, it'll have an increased chance of pulling a rock type as one of the random outbreaks, and then we can go for that if it's something. So what are these recipes? Alright, so do you have... No, you don't have that. You have bacon. You have basil. I think I have cheese. Do I have everything for this? I have lettuce. Tomato, okay. Wait, no, I have cheese, because I had to go out of my way to find cheese last time. Or previous time. So it'd be mayo and mustard? Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Alright, if I buy the other things, I can make the ultimate BLT sandwich. That'll have encounter power rock. Alright, cool. Back here. So give me bacon. Give me some basil. Give me some tomatoes. And I have everything else. Alright. Come on. There we go. $74? No, I don't have it. Okay. So, bacon, basil, cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayo, and mustard. Okay. Do you normally put cheese on a BLT? Considering there's only one thing I like in a BLT, I have no idea what all goes into it. If that messes it up, I have to restart. I need those ingredients. No. Literally one leaf fell off. One leaf. Damn it. Okay, well. One leaf falls off and the entire thing is ruined. Okay, good thing I did not close the page. Alright. Bacon. Basil. Lettuce. Cheese. Tomato. Mayo, mustard. Yes. So literally it was the exact same things, I believe. But the powers were less. So it was supposed to be Teensy Power 2 Grass and Encounter Power 2 Rock. And it gave me level 1s of each. Let's throw the basil, like, here. Let's see if this works. See if it screws me here. The idea behind this is also very silly. It's like, man, the food fell onto the plate. It is unusable. The food fell off the sandwich onto the plate. It is unedible. No one's allowed to have this. If it falls off the sandwich, it might as well have fallen in poop. There we go. Ultra BLT. There we go. We got the right thing. Let's go. I remember seeing a post that was amusing to me. It's like, we don't eat food on the ground, so we have a table. So we eat food on the table. But we don't want to eat food on the table, so we put a placemat. But we don't want to eat food on the placemat, so we get a plate. It was like, it was something like that was just really silly. I was like, I mean, you're technically correct, but still. Alright, so once again, we are looking for rocks. Either a rock crab, a rock lobster, or one of these things. And because of not having any shiny charm and because we're not doing any outbreaks, this is full shiny odds. It is 1 in 4,092. 96. 4,096. I mean, if it's food on a table, like, and especially like just a normal sandwich, I think that's fine. Like, I've seen weirder that I wouldn't do. Like there was a thing for a while that was like, I don't remember what it was called, like messy dinner or like pile dinner or whatever, where like people would, and by people I mean TikTok, whatever, where they just like covered their table with like foil or something, I don't know, and then they just made like pasta, like spaghetti and meatballs and stuff, but instead of like any plates, they literally just like threw everything onto the table and was just like, have some forks, dig in. And I'm like, that's disgusting. I'll take my portion size on my plate, please. I think that's different than it's just like, oh, it's just a sandwich. I'll put a sandwich down on the table for a sec if I have to do something. Alright, so because I did a couple of resets, on the timer, we have about 8 minutes before it ticks over. It's going to go a little bit after midnight that it's actually going to tick over. And then we'll get some new outbreaks and we'll see what's going on there. Yeah, and yeah. As far as the table, like, anyone, like, basically dry things are fine. Anything wet. Or having been wet being there, just makes it gross. Science. Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. Slice of tomato, just like, yeah. Oops. You know what? Considering it went well enough last time, let's do another one. Let's make it. Let's be specific. I almost said blue crap. Yes. No. Yes. And we'll just make it a 2-minute submission period. All right. There we go. Will I find blue crab? Very specifically blue crab. If I find any other shiny, it doesn't count. And you lose. Good day, sir. Although I will say, if I do find a shiny that is a duplicate, that is not a wrong, that's not a no yet. Because the duplicate just generally will not count for the sake of the challenge. So if I find another shiny Skiddo, or if I find a shiny bird, that does not mean it's a no. Which means we got to keep going. Yeah, predicting Knackley is a safe bet, honestly. Because there's a lot more of those around. Like, the odds are just in that favor. Alright, we have like 1 more minute or so before the time should tick over. 1 or 2 more minutes. And then at that point, we can actually see if a good outbreak showed up. I'm pretty sure we can have outbreaks of, like, Cloth. We can definitely have outbreaks of Knackley. That's Shinx, okay. There are these blue rocks I keep seeing, and I keep thinking it's something, but I know for a fact it's not. It just makes me do a double take every time. Maybe I rolled it back further than I thought. I feel like I should have ticked over by now. Unless I missed the notification. No. Why is the crab mooing? The crab's mooing at me. Yeah, Growlithe is weird. Yeah, like, it's bright orange, but the shiny's gold. And so, like, the weird... Just the lighting sometimes makes it look a bit more one way or the other. But if you see a shiny Growlithe, I think you'll know. It's one of those where it's like, the moment you see it, you're like, oh, I don't know how I could have ever thought. Okay, 1 minute. I just had to check at this point. Alright, so we'll have about half of the sandwich to potentially go check out another spot. Starly. No. 2 things on the mountain, that's not helpful at all. Damn. Alright, we got nothing out of that. Really? Are there only 4 outbreaks? Am I missing one? Am I missing any? No? No, it's just Starly and then the ones I don't know. Wild. Okay. Well. Alright, we continue as we are. No boosted odds. For another 14 or so minutes. At the end of this sandwich, or when I get... Well, we're either going to go to the end of the sandwich, or if I get a shiny, we'll go depending on what the shiny is, either to the next badge or we'll just end it there. Because if it's something weird, I'll have to figure out what to do with it. And if I don't catch anything, I'm going to just quit out of the game so that I get my sandwich materials back. Yeah, like I have enough materials that if I want to make another sandwich later, I can. It wouldn't be that bad. But at the same time, like, might as well just save it rather than use it on nothing. No. No. Okay. The light just hit that one weird. I think the shiny on Shuppet is like... Okay. I think the shiny on Shuppet's like green or something. Like a dark green. So it should be different enough that I would notice it. Now, if it gave me shiny Shuppet, I'd be like, alright, I guess we're gonna... I don't know. Because 2 out of the next 3 things I need to do are at least partially dark. The Bombardier is dark flying. Like, Ghost is gonna do nothing on that. And then we have another... Then we have another dark base. Or we have a Team Star Dark base, and it's like, a Ghost type is gonna not help me at all. Yeah, I'm thinking potentially the only real miss is a duplicate, I think. Because I think anything else I can find, I will at some way figure out a way to work with it. Especially from what's available. A duplicate would be a miss. Could get a nimble. Little gold bug. Turns into a common rider. Could just get a Minecraft stone golem. Crab rave. Yeah, there's maybe like one or two that are not great. Gulpin, I think, could work overall. If I just have it be bulky, if it's just a bulky thing to sit there, poison, and just kind of just sit there, maybe, I don't know. I mean, we do have a fairy base coming up later, and it'll be useful then, but, like, it wouldn't be useful now. Same idea with Murkrow, honestly. Like, Murkrow would be useful later. It's just not useful now. But, like, I could figure it out for something. Like, just have a dark flying type against the dark base. Why not, man? Just have it be there. I mean, assuming I guess it depends on what level things are. I would potentially be able to give it, like, Tailwind or something. If it had Prankster Tailwind, that could be really good. Ooh. Actually, yeah, now that you bring that up, actual real problem would be Spoink. Like, it's almost the same as Gulpin in that, like, later on, not Gulpin, Grumpig would be really good. Because when I was doing a different challenge run, Gulpin actually, not Gulpin, the other one, Grumpig, actually, like, came in really clutch against the fighting Team Starbase. But that's a ways away, because that is literally the highest level thing that exists in the game. That's not endgame. Okay, you fought it. It's fine. Like, I'm pretty sure the Team Starbase, the fighting Team Starbase might be higher level than some of the Elite Four. I could be wrong. Honestly, I could be wrong about the leveling, but I just know that when I've played through this game, oftentimes that feels harder than the Elite Four. Alright, 4 minutes. Less than. coming up on the end of the time here. Last chances. I mean, I guess theoretically it's not last chances, but because, you know, it's not like the shiny odds are changing, it's just more rock types are showing up. Ten, 9, 8. Quick, spawn as many crabs as possible. Go, go, go. I don't think we're seeing any blue today. Unless you count that. And those. That's the only blue we're seeing. Anybody see anything from up here? Anything special? Shiny? No. There's nothing. Okay. In that case... complete the prediction. Alright. That is... I can't see my house from here. It's way off in the distance over there behind some mountains. Behind some tall cliffs. Alright, that's going to be it for stream tonight. We will, somebody else going live? Oh my god, Akane went live a little bit ago? No, I don't live in a cave in a cliffside. I live way over here. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the stream. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, like the stream, like, comment, subscribe. Do what you're gonna do. Check out the stream itself, twitch.tv/MyGuts549. Thanks, YouTube.